Welcome to Project Arrowhead. You know, it's almost the 4th of July.
Yes.
Holy crap.
Freedom!
So, one thing you don't have to worry about is the devil coming to Connecticut because it's 20 degrees hotter than hell here in Connecticut. Total crap. Anyway, welcome to today's show. We're gonna have a good show today. We're gonna have some fun. This is gonna be good. This is gonna be good. But, you know, as always, we got to pay some bills. Right? You know what they say?
Yes.
So, Project Arrowhead is brought to you by the Lansdowne Pub, the #1 spot in the Mohegan Sun Casino. Great food, great entertainment, daily specials, seafood and steak specials on the weekend. That is the Lansdowne Pub, located on the upper level of the beautiful Mohegan Sun Casino. Stop in there, grab something to eat, and then make your way on down and see me over at the Vista Lounge. Because, yeah, that's where I've been lately. The Vista Lounge.
I was going to say, are they a sponsor?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. So there's a new transportation service coming to Southern Connecticut. Dunn's Non-Emergency Medical Transport Services. Founder and owner Christopher Dunn has over 32 years working as a healthcare provider in many varieties of medical facilities and has 31 years in pre-hospital emergency medicine. He's still active as an emergency medical technician. Mr. Dunn has united a group of experienced, hardworking, and responsible healthcare and EMS professionals to form Dunn's Non-Emergency Medical Transport Services. Let them be your transportation service.
Are you looking for a new car? Guys, I lost my sheet, so we're just going to roll with it.
Well, let's just wing it.
All of your car needs you can find at Thames River Motor Cars. It's a car dealership in Uncasville, Connecticut, located at 2090 Norwich New London Turnpike, just half a mile away from the casino. And if you need all your car needs, you can find it there. Thames River Motor Cars.
Good job. They also rent U-Hauls and...
Thank you.
Yeah, good times.
All that stuff. All the good stuff.
All the good stuff. So I went to the Red Sox game Sunday.
Hi, Colleen. I saw that. Did you die of heat?
Oh,
exhaustion?
it was brutal. I'm not going to lie. It was brutal. But it was great. And, you know, I didn't think about COVID once. Had a blast. The Red Sox destroyed the Yankees. It was just a good time. And then last night, the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Motion detected at the front door.
Alexa, do not disturb.
I won't disturb you.
Unbelievable. So the Tampa Bay Lightning destroyed the Montreal Canadiens last night.
Excuse me. Excuse me. I'm offended by that.
No, you're not.
Sure am.
So they destroyed the Montreal Canadiens 5-1 last night. So are you a Montreal Canadian fan?
No, but I
All right, then.
am a Canadian.
Yeah, but you're not a Montreal Canadian. Forget it. And have you watched any episodes of Skinwalker Ranch?
No, I'm telling you, I haven't watched it yet. I'm binging Curb Your Enthusiasm, and when I'm done with that, I will binge something else.
Well, Skinwalker Ranch, it really hit home on what we talked about on the last show.
I know, but I know you said that you don't have to follow them, but I still feel like I need to follow them in order. Like, I was telling you, did you ever watch Black Mirror?
Black what?
Is it Black Mirror?
Black Mirror, I haven't seen that
on
yet.
Netflix? Okay, well, every single episode is different. There's not like, you don't need to watch one to watch the other. They're not, none of them are related to the other. But I still watch them, season 1, episode 1, season 1, episode 2, so I don't like get lost. So you say, well, you could watch it, doesn't matter, but I still want to watch them so I can keep track.
I'm watching a show called Black Summer, which is it's pretty good. It's a zombie show.
Oh.
It's pretty good.
I watched Cruel Summer, and that was pretty good.
Oh, yeah, I haven't seen that yet.
It's actually pretty... There's some bombs in there.
Yeah? Well, I'm going to try to monitor the comments and answers on mine, but for some reason, I don't get them. You get them.
So I had to make a thing to log on to chat. But while we're on the subject of you guys watching and chatting, you should, if at the very very least, share. But if you'd like to like or subscribe, that'd be great.
Yeah. Today's show is going to be interactive.
Yeah, so we would love to hear from you.
You don't even know the answers to these.
No, I don't. I didn't really understand the concept of our show until like 2 minutes ago because it was not getting through to me. So I'm
going to blame the
going
heat.
on this journey.
I'm going to blame the heat. You know, you were overcome by the heat the other day. I was overcome by the heat the other day.
Well, my air conditioning wasn't, well, like not my air conditioning, but my job's air conditioning wasn't working, and it was just, you had heat exhaust, or you hurt yourself. I was like,
Well,
we're good on not doing this. I'm
you
good.
work for the government, so go figure.
Yeah.
Imagine how the cadets feel.
Yeah.
So let's give a shout out to some people. Let's say hi to Alyssa, CJ, Latte, Randy. Is Randy there?
I can't see who's watching.
Randy.
If you're here, say
Chef.
hi in the chat so I
Kill it.
know.
I told you Randy's back, right? He's working.
Yeah.
He's working a game on though. but
Yep. I heard.
I'd like to have him back at Well, I say I'd like to have him back at Lansdowne for the whole 30 minutes I worked there before I go to the Vista Lounge located at the. No, I'm just kidding. All right. So on today's show,
I'm excited.
this is going to be cool. This is going to be fun. I am going to tell you some stories.
Hi, Melissa.
Some of these stories are true, and some of these stories are false. And I think I'm gonna do them in my Sean Connery
my
voice
God, here we
today.
go.
We're gonna do Sean Connery. No, we're not gonna do Sean Connery. I did have a request to do impersonations. I don't think I can do a whole show on that. So no.
You know what? I have an idea. What if we do our trivia show, one of our trivia shows? Because we're like 6 months. I think we're due. Don't we do one every 6 months? One in December and one in the summer?
We do them at Christmas time. But there is Christmas in July, so I guess we could do it.
But you can read the questions do your impressions and read the questions.
Okay.
Yeah, I will not be doing Joe Pesci because that one actually hurts. So, what we're going to do today is we're going to give you a story ripped from the headlines. Dunk, dunk. No, this isn't Law and Order. And you need to tell us if the story is true or if we're just pulling your chain.
So fact or fiction.
Fact or fiction.
And you let us know in the comments.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I want to add, I want you to be creative and tell me why or why not.
That good. Look at that. Holy crap, you're on the ball.
Well,
That's a good idea. Why is it true or why is it false?
Well, I mean, if,
Let's make them work. It's like school.
yeah, exactly. It makes it fun for me. I want to see you guys entertain me. I'm reversing the table, or turning the table, reversing the roles. I just did two sayings in one.
I do want to give a shout out to my cousin Jay. Jay was in a he was in a bad car accident on Sunday night, and physically he's going to be okay. So there's other factors and everything going on. So keep the faith, Jay. All right. Our first story is going to be called Grave Sitting.
Okay, I'm excited.
All right, grave sitting.
Maybe I'll give an example of fact or fiction. Yay! Beth figured out how to chat. So we're new
All
to
right.
YouTube. So
we'll
like
say hey to we'll say hey to Beth. Hey Beth.
yeah.
Okay. Story number 1. 3 teenagers out and about decide to have some fun one night. Melissa is dared to sit on a serial killer's grave for 2 hours in exchange for money. To prove she's been there the whole time, Melissa must then plunge a knife into the ground. Seems easy enough, right?
Right.
Okay.
So far, I'm buying it.
All right. Well, Melissa gets so freaked out by the ghost story, she opts to leave early. She drives the knife into the killer's grave and tries to escape, but she's unable to run away. Something is pinning her down. Someone or something is keeping her there. Melissa's friends and police later find the teenager dead at the same spot, and it turns out Melissa died of fright. In her haste to flee the scene, Melissa did not realize that she had stabbed the knife through her coat, effectively pinning herself to the grave.
Ooh. Okay,
Is this fact? Or have we made a grave error?
Since I didn't read it, can I play the role of them? And
Sure.
for the first one? Okay.
Sure.
I want to say that it's fact because that is something I would do. And you can die of fright. 100%. So I think that's true. As far-fetched as it sounds, I think it's true.
All right.
I think it's fact.
You think it's fact?
It's probably fiction, but I see myself doing something like that. So I'm going with fact. What do you guys think?
All right, let's get some answers in there. Is it fact, or are we just making a grave mistake?
Beth, Colleen, Melissa, what do you guys think?
CJ, Alyssa,
You see
Randy.
CJ on there?
There's 6 people watching on that one. So, what's the story? Is it fact, or is it fiction? So you're sticking with fact.
Yeah, because I see myself doing that same exact scenario. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Time for the big reveal. The grave sticks with you because of its cruel ending. You might ask how someone can be so foolish, but hey, fear is powerful. This one is
Melissa
based.
says fiction.
This one is based on an urban legend where variations have the victim's hair turning white before she dies. This one is fiction.
Oh, Melissa was right. Me and Beth were wrong.
See, all right. So now everybody's learning how to do this.
Okay.
And see, that'd be good to have prizes, whoever gets the most correct or whatnot. All right, we'll have a giveaway next month. We'll do Christmas in July giveaway. We'll do the trivia, and we'll give you guys some great prizes. So,
With Jim's impressions, of course.
yeah, sure. That's Jimmy Stewart. Okay, number 2.
Colleen thought it was fact, too.
A lot of it's believable. It's definitely believable.
Yeah, because I feel like I would 100% see myself doing that.
Okay, here we go. Number 2. A couple's home is plagued by strange fires. Experts cannot find a technical cause, but a medium suggests a more supernatural explanation. He uncovers that the husband set a series of fire when he was younger, and his father scared him straight by saying fire would follow him for the rest of his life. This confession seems to absolve him of the paranormal activity. That is, until the fires resume and the entire house is burned down. We finally learn that the source of the fiery curse falls with the wife whose past involves criminal arson.
Oh.
Is this fact? Or are we just burning the candle at both ends?
Good one. Melissa says fact.
Melissa says fact. What do you say?
You want to know my opinion? Because I'm not looking at these.
Okay,
I'll play along. I think it is too dumb that it's actually going to be fact.
Wow.
Because that's how I think these articles are. That's how I feel like these go. But I personally believe that it's stupid, so that it's not real. But I think this article means that it's a fact.
All right. So far, everybody.
Especially with the wife.
Okay. So everybody says fact?
So far, Melissa thinks fact. I'm just going with fact, even though I really don't believe that. But I could see them going with fact with the wife.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So I guess in order to make it creative, if you think it's fiction, you have to say why you think it's fiction.
Why
Fact?
is it false?
Yeah, why would it be false? I guess fact is a fact, right? You can't really say more to it. Because
Yeah, we
then
pretty
you would
much-
just be repeating what we just
What we
said.
just read. Correct.
But I want to say it's fiction because it sounds stupid. But I think that means that it's fact, because they're going to be like, oh, it sounds stupid, but it's real.
Okay. Time for the reveal.
Beth and Melissa say fact. Colleen says fiction.
Preposterous? Maybe. But the house on Berry Avenue is a chilling story. In spite of all the fire involved, this story is 100% true.
I knew it. It sounds so dumb that it was true.
Yep, this one is true. So, for all of you that guessed fact, congratulations. Okay. This is, I'm enjoying this.
Yeah.
This is good. All right. The Mirror of Truth.
Dun, dun, dun.
After a vain and mean woman insults her stylist, she starts to think there's something incredibly wrong with her face. Okay?
Okay.
She enlists professional help, but he sees nothing wrong with his client physically. When she looks in a mirror, though, all the woman sees is a grotesque face staring back at her. Fact
Yeah, it's probably. I think that's.
or fiction?
I think that's fact because you could just make that up in your head. That's called a mental disorder.
Yeah, it's kind of lame, huh?
Yeah, crazy. She's crazy. No, she probably just has like body dysmorphia or, I don't know. I think it's fact because people are crazy and people do have those illnesses. So I'm saying fact for that reason.
So everybody's saying fact. Well, the supernatural take on BDD isn't exactly scary, but it's suspenseful.
Colleen, I'm 0 for 2. How embarrassing.
The reveal of the woman's freaky facade is fact.
It's fact. Oh, Melissa said fiction because the way a person perceives themselves based on what the other people tell someone, being told it enough will make you believe it. So that means, I think you mean fact then. Because she did see what she sees.
Well, no,
That makes
she said fiction because she gave an explanation.
Yeah, but her explanation makes it seem like she's agreeing it's fact. And she just said yes.
Okay. All right, so what's the tally right now? How are we
I'm
looking?
not, I mean, do you want me to actually write this down? I mean, I can.
Yeah, why not? We'll see who knows their fact or fiction
Well, I'll start
better.
now because I can't go back and figure out the others.
Okay.
I'll just start now.
All right, so that was a warm-up
We're
round.
not like, this is just a warm-up. We're not giving prizes.
All right. The secret of the family tomb.
Oh, well, it would be nice if I had a pen that worked.
A locked family crypt is being violently desecrated from the inside. No one seems to know how or why, but it's divulged that the recently departed teen runaway was abused by her mother, who just happens to now be residing in the crypt with her. Separating the caskets relieves all further incident. Fact or fiction? I'll read it one more time.
I want to think about this. I want to say fact, but
I will read it one more time. A locked family crypt is being violently desecrated from the inside. No one seems to know how or why, but it's divulged that the recently departed teen runaway was abused by her mother, who just happens to now be residing in the crypt with her. Separating their caskets relieves all further incidents.
all right, I'm torn by this one, guys. I want to say fiction because it's a nice story and it's just not a story. But I want to say fact because I do know that there are certain things, like energy-wise in the paranormal, that clash with certain other energies or people. Ugh, I'm mixed on this one. Yeah, Melissa says seems too far-fetched to be. So I think you mean seems too far-fetched to be.
To be fact.
Oh, so okay. Seems too. I read that wrong. Seems too far-fetched, so she thinks it's fiction. I read that wrong. Yes, I kind of think that, and then I think of other stories that I've heard that are kind of similar. But I think I'm gonna go with fiction on this one.
Wow, everybody's picking fiction.
So far, Melissa and I have said fiction. I don't know what Colleen or Beth are gonna say.
All right, you guys got to type a little faster.
Well, there could be a little bit of a delay too.
Could be. Yeah.
Beth thinks fact. I think moving the casket stopped a road. I was thinking that too. That
What?
there was something other at play. So she thinks that moving the casket probably stopped a rodent or something from damaging it. That was in the back of my mind too. That's why I'm so mixed on that. I don't have a clear.
Okay, no, this wasn't rodent. This was.
We don't know that, Jim.
No, Jim.
We said to be creative.
Okay.
And Colleen says fiction. So I think I'm leaning towards fiction. There's 3 of us that say fiction. Beth says fact. So we'll see.
The unsettling account of family dysfunction from beyond the grave is elevated thanks to an ominous choice in venue. This story is 100% fact.
Yeah. Okay, Beth got it. All right, we have 1 for Beth. I'm just going to put check marks and see who has the most at the end.
I want to do my evil laugh.
When I was in, well, I still do it, but I used to teach my kids how to do an evil laugh, and I'd be like, go like this. These are 1-year-olds. I'm like, go like this and go, and throw your head back. That's how I used to teach them to do their evil laugh. You're welcome for that story. It was cute. I mean, that's creepy too.
Yeah.
All right, Beth is in the lead so far.
Cha-ching. All right.
With 1 because we
Let's
just
talk
started.
about the landlady.
The landlady.
The landlady. A curmudgeonly landlady.
Don't even know what that word means.
I don't know what it means either, but we'll whatever. Believes she has a prowler, but a cop does not take her seriously. It comes to light that the woman kicked a tenant out on the street, and now that man is dead. The visits from the unseen interloper persist, then culminate into a terrifying night where the landlady sees footsteps being made in the mud before her, yet there's no one there. Even though she moves away, the landlady is followed by the ghostly footsteps. Is
True or
this
false, or like did it just end?
that's it. Is this fact? Or is this just a ghostly tale?
I'm going with fiction because how do you get footprints in front of you that you can't see if there's no one in front of you?
You want me to explain that to you?
I mean, unless it's really a ghost.
No, you think? I'm a paranormal investigator, and although I've never seen the footsteps appear in front of me, it's possible.
Right, but are they going to prove it was a ghost is what I want to know. So I guess if it's fact, they'll say that. But Sorry, guys. I'm going to say fiction.
Fiction. All right. And the rest?
I got to type novels.
Type novels.
Maybe they wait to hear what I say. Maybe my opinion affects their answer.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. Beth says fiction too far-fetched. I think she meant to say fiction too far-fetched.
Okay. I'm going to read it one more time.
I feel like the way you're reading it now makes it seem like it's going to be fact, Jim. I don't like this. You're making me second guess myself. Melissa says if she laid out sand or something that can pick up footprints, then it is possible. So fact.
It was mud. It was mud.
It was
All
mud.
right. So.
And Colleen says fiction. So there's three of us that say fiction and one of us that says fact.
A curmudgeonly landlady.
It's that curmudgeonly.
Believes she has a prowler, but the cop does not take her seriously. It comes to light that the woman kicked a tenant out on the street, and now that man is dead. The visits from the unseen interloper persist, then culminate into a terrifying night where the landlady sees footsteps being made in the mud before her. Yet there's nobody there.
Oh, I'm going to okay.
Even though she moves away, the landlady is followed by the ghostly footsteps. Fact or fiction?
I'm changing my answer to fact because the way you said it sounds like you're saying no body, but that doesn't mean it's not an animal.
What? No. She sees human footsteps.
Well, you said, but you didn't say human footsteps. You just said footsteps. Or paw print. Or I don't know. You said prints. I don't know. I'm going to fact now. Changed my mind.
All right. So what's the tally?
There's 2 fact, 2 fiction.
Okay. So, vengeful spirits. Vengeful spirits were common, and the landlady is a prime example of one. Alas, this story was too spooky to be true.
I shouldn't have changed
Fiction.
my answer. Damn it, Jen. You made me second guess myself.
Well, that's the purpose. That's what we're doing.
All right, so Beth and Colleen get a point. I would have had a point.
You would have had a
Shoulda,
point.
coulda, woulda.
Yep, but you know what?
I gotta go with my gut.
You got it. I mean...
Don't read it again, Jim. It's all your fault.
Okay. Let's talk about Precious.
Let's talk about
Precious. A therapist is brought in to help a teenager who believes her dead cat, Precious, is still alive. She leaves food out for Precious, and it gets eaten.
Aww.
When the therapist takes pictures of the teen with her invisible pet, she is shocked to see Precious in the photo. Fact or fiction?
So I was gonna say well, yeah, right, Beth? Trust first instincts. I always screw myself over on that. So I was gonna I know that pets and things pets and people have been in pictures, and I was gonna say that, okay, I was gonna say it was fiction because I think the parents were making it look like the cat was eating the food to make her feel better. But then the picture of
Did you say the parents were eating the food?
Well, not really eating it, but taking the food out.
Okay.
Like you said that they left the food out, and did I get pen on my face? They said that they left the food out and the food was eaten, which, okay, I don't think anything would eat it unless it was another animal or the parents pretending to do it to make the girl feel better. So I was going to say fiction based on the fact that I thought maybe you thought there was like a mysterious ghost cat. But now I'm going to say fact that there's a picture of the cat in the picture.
Okay.
I'm sorry, that was a whole bunch of mumbo jumbo, and nobody has answered so far.
Then you probably just confused the hell out of them because you confused the hell out of me.
I'm sorry. Beth says fact. I say fact. At first, I was on the fence of fiction until you told me the picture part.
Okay. I will read it one more time.
Don't do that, Jim.
I'm going to read it
Colleen?
one more time.
Colleen says, I think fact. So we have 3 facts, and we just need Melissa to answer. If she wants to.
Okay. So, did the ghost cat appear in the picture? Oh, I'm sorry. Are we boring you?
Yeah, no. Oh, we all say fact.
Okay. So, did the ghost cat appear in the picture? It's not clear if Precious was intended to be a heartwarming anecdote about a transcendent bond between humans and pets. It ultimately comes off as eerie and absolutely 100% fact.
Yeah! Okay, so Colleen, I did have that thought too. I was thinking it could be a photograph within a photograph, or like I was thinking maybe she had like a picture, like on her, like on a locket or something. But yeah, I'm gonna give us all check marks, even though it doesn't matter.
This next story kind of reminds me of the movie I'm writing.
Ooh.
And now, mind you, I haven't seen these before today. So, the fact that in the movie I'm writing, this thing is in the movie I'm writing is kind of, I don't know if that's a sign or what.
Sign that it's fact.
All right, here we go. The red-eyed creature.
Mothman.
Mothman. A family is seeing a red-eyed entity around the house at night, but they believe it's just their mind playing tricks on them. At the end, their nanny eyes glows red.
Their nanny?
Mm-hmm.
Is she a cat?
Nope. It's a nanny.
Like nanny as in like for the kids, or like nanny as in like a grandma? Not that really makes
What
sense.
is the difference? It's a nanny. The nanny that takes care of the kids.
Okay.
Was her eyes glowing red? Was she a demon?
Well, that's 2 different things. Were her eyes actually?
Well, what else?
fact,
What else's eyes are going to glow red? Glow red.
What if she had cataracts or laser surgery or?
What did they implant LEDs?
I'm going with fiction, although it's probably fact. I'm just going with fiction.
So did this demonic nanny's eyes glow red?
No, because the demonic nanny does not exist.
Yes. So we've got one
I don't
fiction.
know. I'm going with fiction. Fiction, she must have had contacts that so I think you mean fact. She must have had contacts that turn her eyes red, so that you think that is true.
But even contacts are not going to glow.
Well, I was thinking that too, but I still think it's fiction. I don't think it's true.
All right, so what do we got? What's the count? What's the tally?
Melissa, I'm assuming you mean fact. You think it is true? If that's the case, then we have 1 fact and 1 fiction.
No, we got 2 because you said fiction too.
No, but she said fiction, but her statement sounds like she means fact.
Can we be a little more specific?
Yeah, she said fiction. She must have had contacts that turn her eyes red, so that
Okay,
means
so
that means fact.
That would mean fact.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, she said fact. Okay, so Melissa thinks fact. Colleen says fiction. Beth says fact. When some lights hit your eyes, they change color. So we have 2 facts and 2 fictions.
Okay. In the case of the red-eyed demonic nanny,
It's all good, Melissa.
I mean, it's so not benevolent that it's fact.
Yeah. Yeah. So, Melissa and Beth got that one.
I could do Rod Sterling. You've entered a dimension of sight and sound.
That was another one I was binging, and I don't think it's on Netflix anymore.
Twilight Zone?
Yeah.
There's something on the plane.
Something on the wing.
Something on the wing.
I was doing Ace Ventura.
I was doing William Shatner.
I know. I was doing Ace Ventura.
Spock.
Doing William Shatner.
All right, room 245.
Isn't there a movie about that?
No, that's.
I'm just kidding. I know.
1808.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, there's like two
Or
different
1803.
movies that are like that.
Yeah, the Stephen King movie. I want to say it's 1808 or 1803. Awesome movie. Okay. Once, a woman and her ill mother checked into a hotel. The daughter leaves to fetch some prescription medicine. She returns to find her mother gone and the hotel remodeled. The hotel staff and the doctor on hand who prescribed the medication claim they don't know her. As for the mother, she's never seen again. Fact or fiction?
I want to say fiction, but it's probably fact. She probably had medication because she cray-cray. So I'm going to go with fact. It was all a delusion.
What is everybody saying?
Kind of reminds me of the Cecil Hotel.
Oh, no, you know what? We got a lot of feedback on that. And Zach Baggins really butchered that on his show. I can't stand that guy. They should take him off of TV because he's such a freaking douche.
Oh my God, we can swear on YouTube.
Okay. What?
Well, we weren't allowed to on Facebook.
But we did anyway.
Oh, Beth would like you to read that one again because it was confusing, and I agree.
Okay. Once, a woman and her ill mother checked into a hotel. The daughter left to fetch some prescription medicine. When she returned, she found her mother was gone and the hotel room remodeled. The hotel staff and the doctor on hand who prescribed the medicine claim they don't know her. As for the mother, she is never seen again. Fact or fiction?
And I'm saying fact because I think either the mother or the daughter, whoever remains in this story, is crazy.
What's that got to do with anything?
Because they apparently went to this room and she went out to get medicine.
That was prescribed by the hotel doctor, okay, for her mother.
Yeah, I'm still going with fact because it's crazy. Like,
Okay.
I think whatever's happening is a delusion in someone's head. That's why I'm going with fact. Colleen thinks it's fiction. Melissa says fact.
Melissa says fact.
Melissa and I are team fact. Colleen, team fiction. And I wonder what Beth is gonna say. I'm sorry I'm yawning so much, guys. I'm so tired.
It's the
Seems
heat.
too delusional. It's the heat. I got like 4 hours of sleep. I'm dehydrated.
Record heat today. It was ridiculous. All right, so
Beth says fiction. So
Fiction.
2 fiction, 2 fact. Who's it gonna be?
okay. In the case of the missing mother, as great a story as this makes, and you could probably make a movie out of it,
It's fiction.
This story is absolutely true.
Yes!
The theory is that when the daughter left, the mother died from the plague, and the hotel covered up the mother's death.
Hotel Cecil!
You said that, I started laughing. To avoid bad press. So yes, this story is true.
Ooh, but I was right, but not for the right reason, but I was right, and that's all that matters. All right, Melissa and I have a check there. I have now tied with last place. I was in last place, but now Colleen and I are tied for last place. Sarah, you got me second guessing myself now.
Now let's talk about the House of Shadows.
I thought you were going to say House of Shatner the way you were talking. I'm already going with true for this one.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm just kidding.
A house sitter is watching TV in her client's home when the channel switches to another, all on its own. What she sees doesn't make any sense, though. It's a man mixing mortar and building a brick wall in a mysterious room. She doesn't think much of this, but the TV continues to change on its own. Or the set turns itself off and then back on to show her the bizarre footage again. The house sitter then hears noises in the basement, and she goes to investigate. Down there, she finds the room she saw on the footage, and inside the wall is the owner's missing wife, barely alive. Is this true, or are we just throwing bricks?
Okay. I wanted to say true because I feel like she would find this wife or whatever, but how would you get the footage of it? Was she like... I'm going with fiction.
Fiction?
Like, I feel like there is a world where a house sitter definitely found a wife in a basement and like bricks and stuff. Also reminds me of like an Edgar Allan Poe poem or something. I'm going with fiction. I'm going with fiction.
The raven, nevermore. There came a rapping at my door.
Yeah. Beth
so-
says fact.
Beth says fact. Okay.
I want to say fact because I feel like it's like these stories are true of these people finding them, but how did they see the footage? Melissa also says fact because the TV may have been hooked up to audio-visual equipment that you can use to broadcast from one to the other. Okay, I know nothing about that, so maybe.
Okay.
So Beth, Melissa say fact. I'm team fiction. Like, I feel like a lot of it could be true, but...
Okay.
I don't know. We're waiting for Colleen. She says fiction. All right.
Fiction.
Me and Colleen are team fiction, and we're both in last place, so we're probably both wrong. All right.
In the case of the ghostly TV channel and the wife being encased in cement,
That part I believe.
I bet you'd like to think we're pulling your leg. But we're not.
Yeah.
This story is true.
Yep. That's why Colleen and I are in last place. I 100% believe the wife part. I just did not believe the TV part.
As disturbing and explicable as this one is, House of Shadows presents an optimistic perspective to the world may be full of terrible people who do terrible things, but sometimes a higher power will look out for you.
So they think maybe some ghost or something was changing the channel or projecting that image.
Yep.
Okay. That's cool.
Now, let's talk about the kid in the closet.
We should just have him like doing impressions of just like sounds. Just sounds. No people, just sounds.
Were you here when I was doing the beatbox and we were rapping and everything?
I was listening to that. This was before I was, yeah.
Yeah, okay. No more of that.
That was pretty good, though.
All right. Danny is scared of a monster in his closet, but his mother chalks it up to him being a silly child. When the boy's brother Brian is challenged to enter the closet on his own, he starts to scream bloody murder. They finally open the closet door to find only the boy's clothes left behind. The police comb through the closet and the house, but Brian's body is never found. Fact or fiction?
Sounds like one of those unbelievable ones that's going to end up being a fact, but I'm going with fiction.
Okay, let's see what everybody else has. Let's see what everybody else has. What are they coming up with?
I'm waiting.
Ugh.
They still have not responded. You might have to read it one more time.
No, not you.
Oh, ad block.
All right, there it is.
Melissa says, fact. There has to be a secret door in the closet where the little boy can disappear without being seen. I didn't think of that. I like that answer. Beth says fact. But the boy wasn't seen again, so I guess in that case you had to have been taken from... He did scream bloody murder. Now you gotta have me second guessing myself.
He screamed bloody murder.
So somebody had
His
to have taken him.
clothing was found in the closet, but there was no sign of his body.
So that also throws me off. Why would you strip? Do you have time to strip the boy naked? I'm still going with fiction, but I like. Look, Colleen and I both say fiction, and we're both losing. We have the same mindset apparently, but Beth and Melissa say fact. So, what is it, Jeb?
This story is fact.
Damn it!
The boy was
almost changed.
The boy was never seen again. Well, this is a good one. A woman looks to repair and reopen her late father's cursed carousel.
Wait, didn't you say why? Are you reading why it was fact?
The boy's body was never found again. They never saw him again. That's why it was fact. He just disappeared.
There's no other explanation. That's it?
Aliens abducted him. They anal probed him. No, there's no explanation. It just says he was never seen again.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they said there's a delay in the chat, I think.
Okay. So, a woman looks to repair and reopen her late father's cursed carousel years after it was closed due to a series of accidents that led to multiple injuries and one death. The merry-go-round has remained in storage ever since. The woman's husband decides to host a promotional contest where he'll ride one of the wooden horses for 100 hours. On that fateful day, however, the husband claims the horse bit him before he finally dies. Fact or fiction?
So who died, the horse or the guy?
It's a merry-go-round. It's a wooden horse. The guy died.
But he got bit by the horse. So the horse is alive.
Oh my God.
I'm going with fiction. I don't know. I'll just say fiction.
Fiction?
I'm going with fiction. I'm going with fiction.
I want to see how many people go with fact.
Yeah, I have no actual explanation except it just sounds too crazy that a horse bit him.
On that fateful day, however, the husband claims the horse bit him before he finally died. Fact or fiction?
Still on fiction.
You going with fiction?
Yeah, it's probably fact because I'm always wrong, but I'm going with fiction.
You're going with fiction. What's everybody else got?
Beth says fiction. Well, now I know I'm right because Beth's right all the time.
Okay, so 2 fictions. What else? I'm waiting on Colleen and who else?
Colleen and Melissa.
Colleen and Melissa. Fact or fiction?
And yeah, the chat is a little slow, so it is
I'm giving
a
them some
minute or
time.
two. Melissa says fact because he may have hit the horse just right to think he may have been bit when in fact he probably bled to death even if the blood was never found.
It's a wooden horse. It's a merry-go-round.
Why you having people second guess themselves?
It's a wooden horse. It's a merry-go-round. It's a wooden horse.
But he bit him. Maybe he had a splinter. Maybe his teeth were sharp and he bit him. I don't know.
Okay, so are all the tallies in?
We're waiting for Colleen's.
See, this
Colleen says, "Oh, what the hell, fiction." I'm with you, Colleen.
Oh.
So we got 3 fictions, 1 fact.
Okay.
Explain this.
This story is 100% true.
My headphones almost fell off.
Wait. And false. He was bitten and he died. That is 100% true. He was not, however, bitten by the horse.
Well, yeah, that's what I could have said that.
Slithering out of the horse's mouth was a venomous snake that had hibernated inside the carousel while it was in storage.
See, that's the kind of creativeness I want people to say, like, oh, it's true because a snake came out, you know? I don't know.
So, I mean...
But, Melissa, you got that right. Well, I mean, technically we all got it right, but... I just want another check, so I'm going to give us all checks.
You're going to give everybody a point?
Yeah, I'm giving everybody points. Melissa has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Colleen and I have 3, and Beth has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I know we did 10, but I started counting at 4, so or 6, 3. Oh my god, I can't do math. That was fun. Do you have more?
I got more. A woman breaks a mirror. Her friend urges her to leave the pieces of broken glass as they are for 7 hours. That way, there is only 7 hours of bad luck as opposed to 7 years. The cursed protagonist humors her friend and experiences a series of mishaps and danger. A leaking pen, no running water, a power outage, and finally, a home intruder. Fact or fiction?
That's probably fact. Just coincidence. That's how 15 minutes before me getting here happened. That was 15 minutes of my life with bad luck. A series of unfortunate events. I'm going with fact.
You're going with fact?
Yeah, I'm probably wrong, but I'm going with fact.
Okay, let's see what everybody else has. Do-do-do-do-do.
While we wait for people to figure it out, it smells like oatmeal in this studio, and it's making me so hungry.
Oh, I don't smell anything.
Well,
I don't know how you smell oatmeal. It's 5:30 in the afternoon.
hey, people can eat oatmeal whenever they want because we're adults and we do what we want. Melissa says fact because the incidents were coincidental. I agree.
Okay. And are we ready for the big reveal?
Beth says fiction.
Okay. So we have, 2 fact and 1 fiction?
Yes.
Okay. Fair enough.
And we are waiting for Colleen.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Okay. So what did you say? You said fact or fiction?
I said fact.
Okay.
I agree with Melissa. I think it's just a coincidence that they all happened. In fact, a leaky pen, is that really bad luck? Little things.
If it leaks, if you got it in your shirt, it leaks all over you.
But little things, you could, I don't know, spilling my water. Colleen also says fact. So Beth is the only one that says fiction, and the rest of us say fact.
Okay.
Beth is probably right.
The results of this story of the shattered mirror is going to splinter all the people that said fact, because this story is absolutely fiction.
Beth?
It's an urban legend that
I'm going to
was
wait for
made up.
Beth to answer. And then I'll be like, yeah, what she said. All right, Beth gets another one.
Okay, this is developing feelings and falling in love with somebody is the scariest feeling you can ever have. True or false?
That's a loaded question. Yes and no in so many different ways. I think about dying. When you die and your life flashes before your eyes, that is the fear of dying. I think that's more fearful than falling in love. Yes,
your life passing before your eyes is not supposed to be fearful.
Wait, is this a fact and fiction question?
It's a true or false question.
Okay. I know love and hate are the two most biggest feelings and emotions.
Correct.
And I know what was the question, if it was the biggest?
Developing feelings and falling in love with somebody is the most scariest feeling you will experience.
The most scariest feeling. Because you get that scary feeling that you could lose them. So I think that is a very loaded question. I don't actually even have an answer to that.
The actual answer for that, according to the website, is true.
Yeah, I could see that because
you don't want to get hurt again.
Right.
You don't want to get hurt, period.
Right.
You don't want to lose them. So yeah, there's a whole group that encumbers that.
But also, I feel like I love being in love, but at the same time,
Get your significant other on the phone.
No. I'm just saying, I don't know, I fear losing my family more. And I already love them. I was born loving them, you know what I mean?
Right.
So I didn't. I don't know.
Okay.
Apparently it's true. I get it. That's just a very loaded question, I think. Some people are incapable of falling in love, which is sad. That is sad. It's very sad. And that's where a lot of psychopaths come in play, I believe.
True that. A mother and father suspect their daughter has been sexually active with her boyfriend, and now she's showing the telltale signs of pregnancy. The daughter, however, is adamant that she isn't pregnant despite what her parents think. Finally, a doctor's examination states the daughter actually has a large cyst that requires surgery. To their horror, though, the surgeons instead remove a baby octopus from inside the patient.
Okay.
Fact or fiction?
Okay. Here's my thought process on this. This is one of those so far-fetched stories that it's so far-fetched it's going to be fact. There's probably a toy octopus in there. She probably swallowed
one. It was
one.
a baby octopus.
Yeah, a toy baby octopus.
It wasn't a toy. It was a baby octopus.
I'm going with fact because it sounds so stupid and far-fetched that it's actually going to be fact. And I'm going to be annoyed because I want to say fiction, but it's probably fact, so I'm going with fact. And for no evidence or creative reasons other than that is crazy, so it's got to be true.
Okay.
Melissa says fact. I'm going to agree with Sarah.
Okay.
I don't know if you're agreeing for the same reasons, but Beth says true. I am team fact today.
Okay.
Well, for this one.
So everybody said fact?
Colleen has not answered yet, but yeah, Melissa says the same reason. She thinks for the same reasons that it's just so far-fetched that it's probably going to end up being true. Because that's how these articles work.
All right.
They mind F you. I don't know if we can say that F word on you.
By the way, let me just tell you, the hardest decision I've made recently was I had to cancel my trip to Scares That Care.
Oh, no.
And anybody that knows me knows how hard a decision this was. For various reasons. I mean, I did just go back to work, so getting a week off, wasn't too happy about it. They just added Billy Zane to the guest list. And I was like, damn.
Wow.
Now, I mean, Billy Zane is an A-lister. He's been in Titanic. He was in Tales from the Crypt Demon Knight. I love that movie. That movie was awesome. So,
is he the guy that in Titanic? Is he the guy that played the rich?
Yeah, he was Rose's fiance.
Boyfriend. Yes. Okay, that's exactly what I was thinking.
That is Billy Zane. Yep. Okay, did we get the last answer yet?
No, we didn't.
We are waiting on Colleen.
Colleen says fact. We are all team fact.
You guys all team fact.
All team fact.
Wow, you guys are good.
Was it true?
Congratulations to everybody that picked fact. You are wrong.
Really?
Yeah, this story was...
you had me going, Jim.
This story was completely made up.
Wow. I literally thought it was too crazy, and I was like, this is dumb. This isn't true. And so for that reason, I said fact because of this article.
But it's getting your mind going, right? I mean, are you having fun doing this?
Yeah, I'm having fun. I'm having fun for sure. Because now I'm just going to go with my own brain. Now I'm just going to go with my own thought process because that clearly got me the wrong answer. Because the article, I would think, would say that was fact. But now I'm taking checks off. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
Yeah.
When a father loses his job, he can't keep a promise to buy his son a car. That is when the teenager dreams of buying a classic sports car for $1. Don't we all? Mm-hmm. He later finds an ad for the same car in the newspaper. to his mother's amazement, her son's dream was accurate since the seller is willing to part ways with the car for a mere $1. She explains that while it's her husband's car, it's in her name and she's selling it as punishment for his adulterous behavior.
True. There are some petty ass people out there, and I believe it.
I can see that too. I can see that.
100%. It's probably not true, but it's definitely something. I have heard of someone getting a sports car somehow for like $1 on the internet. Not from this story. I want to say true because I believe that the pettiness is believable.
All right, so we got one true. She sold her
Melissa-
cheating ass husband's car for $1.
Melissa says fact as well.
Okay.
I mean, it's gonna end up being fiction, but I believe it. I believe it. I believe it. I want to believe it. I want to believe it.
What are you, the X-Files now?
Yeah.
We want to believe.
They do exist.
Scully.
Beth says true. I was Agent Scully for Halloween.
I know.
I made an X-Files drinking game for any time you get drunk off this one thing that you had to do. Anytime Dana said Mulder or Mulder said Scully, that's it. They said it so many times every episode. Like, even when they're talking to each other. He's like, come on, Scully.
Well,
We gotta do this,
their
Scully.
names.
Yeah, but you, like, they just said it in excessive amount.
Okay. So, is it true or false? Fact, fiction.
There's 3 facts. I have a feeling Colleen will say fact, but I don't know. I'm just waiting for her comment to appear.
Did she sell her cheating ass husband's car for $1?
I liked our harmony on that.
And we got silence. Bueller.
Cricket?
Bueller.
Cricket?
All right, so we got 3 facts so far, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. And we're waiting for the last one.
That's the thing that stinks about YouTube chat is you can't see who comes in and out of the chat.
Yeah, I know.
Well, actually, Melissa, because you can run this page, this YouTube, can you see who's in the chat?
With all the crap we had from Facebook, it's much better on YouTube. More people can see it. I mean, we're freaking worldwide now. It's great.
Yeah.
It is great.
Yeah, Beth says if it's not true, it should be. I 100% agree. That's why I'm saying it's true, because just for the pure fact I want it to be true.
Okay. So.
Melissa says Beth, Colleen, and myself. So, yeah, they're all in there.
So
Colleen didn't answer, but that's okay.
answer as to whether or not she sold a car for $1 is absolutely
It's probably fiction.
100% fact.
Yeah! Yes! Petty people like that do exist.
And this was confirmed by Ann Landers.
I was gonna say the scorned husband probably confirmed it when he went bitching around to everybody. Oh, I can't believe my wife did this. Colleen said fact.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, she already said fact anyways, but
Yeah, everybody got it.
everyone's gonna get a check.
The next story is titled Bus Stop. Oh, why are we doing NPR now? I mean, I was like, today on NPR,
We're better than
we'll bring you the
NPR.
news. All right, bus stop. While driving, a man spots a woman waiting for her bus. He tells her that he saw her bus broken down earlier, so he gives her a ride home. When he returns to the same house later to ask her out, he meets her sister, who tells him her sister, the woman he picked up, died years ago. Even though he's shocked and confused, the man ultimately hits things off with the other sister. Fact or fiction?
I'm saying fact because I've heard so many stories about people picking up like hitchhikers or seeing people on the road. I guess that would be a hitchhiker. That ended up just disappearing or something like that. I'm going with fact. Do I believe he hit it off with the sister? I feel like that's kind of, that makes me want to say fiction. But for the fact that I've heard so many stories about people picking up like these ghost hitchhikers, I'm saying fact. Watch it be one of those things that says both fact and fiction. Yes, he did pick up a hiker. No, he didn't hit it off with the
Righty
sister.
then.
Melissa says fact, she may have a twin that he may have had a twin that he knew. But it's not I think Beth says fact, I say fact, Melissa says fact.
Let's ask Morgan Freeman and see if Morgan Freeman knows the answer.
Morgan Freeman knows all the answers. That's not even a question, Jim.
Okay.
But I thought a twin too, but they said that the girl died. That the sister that he's thinking of died.
Colleen's texting me over here. She says true.
Hey, how did you see that?
Because I am Morgan Freeman.
Did she message you?
I am Morgan Freeman.
Oh, okay.
I know everything.
Okay, so everybody says fact.
I started my career on the electric company and became one of the top actors in the business. So, the story.
Smells like oatmeal again.
Now I do smell it now. It's the spirit of the oatmeal. The story of the woman in white.
Ooh, I say fact even more because you said woman in white.
It is true.
Yeah.
It is absolutely true.
Everyone's getting a check. You got a check. You got a check.
You got a check for me?
I got a check.
Where's my royalties?
Yeah, right. I was the Oprah of checks. And not the good kind. Wow, Beth killed it.
Okay. Here we go. Okay. I love the Joe Pesci one.
Beth has 10. Melissa has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And both Colleen and I have 5.
Okay.
Probably have time for one more.
No, we got plenty of time.
2?
So a quarter of.
All right. Okay.
Okay, I got it. Okay. Sorry, I like the Joe Pesci, all right?
Hey, you do good. Oh, I like making it blurry.
Yeah. A rich man buys the infamous hooded chair, a relic said to kill anyone who dares sit in it. He's arrogant about the curse, but when his employee dies after sitting in the chair, he changes his tune. The origin of the chair is finally revealed. Napoleon Bonaparte sat in the chair before his Waterloo defeat. Fact or fiction?
All right. This kind of reminds me of the Robert doll or Annabelle doll, or when you make a threat towards it, you die. But I don't know if it's Napoleon's chair, so I'm kind of on the fence. I don't know. I believe that there are... I'm going to go with fact. And Colleen's fact just came in, but it was while you were reading it, so I believe it's a late one coming in from...
Okay.
Colleen, you might have to
So was the hooded...
refresh the page.
Was the hooded chair... Was it fact or was it fiction?
I'm going to go with fact just for... it sounds kind of similar. Yeah. Melissa wants to lean towards fiction. I'm going to say fact because there are things like the Robert doll and the Annabelle doll.
You know, a lot of people don't know about the Robert doll, but the Robert doll...
That was in Fort Lauderdale.
It's just as dangerous. Well, I don't know about just as dangerous, but it's still pretty dangerous. It's just like Annabelle.
Yeah. Beth says fiction. Melissa says fiction. Has Colleen messaged you at all?
Not yet. Waiting on this one.
The ghost tour that I took in Fort Lauderdale was by far the coolest thing I've ever done.
You saw Robert?
No.
Oh,
I just went to the house. No.
Jesus.
I think that's in a museum, but I don't think it's in... I don't believe that it's in Fort Lauderdale.
All right, so I'll recap. This rich guy buys the infamous hooded chair, Relic said to kill anyone who dares sit in it. He's arrogant about the curse, but when his employee dies after sitting in the chair, he changes his tune. The origins of the chair is finally revealed to be Napoleon Bonaparte sat in it before his Waterloo defeat.
Got something in my eye?
It's an eyeball.
Wow, that would have been a great still.
What's that?
Just me laughing like that.
Wow.
It was just like sent, like that was the still of our video. Right up my nose.
Okay. All right. There, tough guy.
You're a tough guy, eh? I don't know what accent that was.
I was trying to figure it out either.
Australian-ish?
You knew something. Let me tell you about the McManus brothers.
I was going to say, I thought you started off Australian. You definitely went Irish.
And I didn't even do Australian. The McManus brothers. Do you know who the McManus brothers are?
Yeah.
They're going to come for you.
Boondocks?
Spiritus Dominus, you know the rest of it.
William Dafoe. Amazing.
Oh my God, he was freaking hilarious.
Amazing. That was such a great...
He was hilarious. All right. So, okay, fact.
Was it a fact?
No. That's
Oh, she said fact.
fact.
Okay, so...
So what we got here,
Colleen and I, the ones who are in last place, say fact, so we're probably wrong. And Melissa and Beth say fiction.
Okay. The story of the hooded chair in Napoleon Bonaparte is unfortunately true.
Yes, Colleen! We are winners! Just for this one round, but we won!
That chair is now in a museum, but you can't guess who friggin' owns it.
Not a...
Bag of balls.
Oh.
Yeah, Zach Baggins. He owns it. It is true. Here. Okay, I got one for you. Bonus question.
About this, or...
Nope.
You guys should create a movie list. About what?
We did a movie. We've done movie lists.
Like, because we've done top... we did top movies in the 80s? No, we did top songs in the 80s.
We did top songs in the 80s. We did top horror movies. We've done...
We did top horror movies, but also the greatest movies of all time.
Yep. How many movies has Jim been in? Okay, so there is a race car.
Colleen had said fact through... So, wow, that is such a delay from when she types here and then types it to you.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
There is a race car that is owned by a famous... Actually, it's not a race car. It's a classic car that is owned by a famous... Was owned by a famous person. Anybody who sits in this car dies. Who was the owner of the car?
I don't know. Is the person still alive?
No.
Couldn't tell you. Elvis.
That's a good guess, but no.
Okay, then no. I don't know. Freddie Mercury.
No, way off now.
All right.
This famous person owned a sports car. After he died.
James Dean.
Did you look it up or did you guess?
No, I just guessed. Is that real?
Yeah, it's James Dean.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, anybody that sits in his sports car
I
dies.
was thinking of just people that were famous around the time of Elvis.
Yep, that's who it was, James Dean.
Yes!
Anybody that sits in his sports car dies, and that's why nobody sits in a sports car anymore.
Wow.
Okay, here we go. Let's go with bright lights now. Okay, there, tough guy.
Patting myself on the back.
All right, a woman stops at a roadside diner to ask for directions, but all she gets is the unwanted advances of a burly truck driver.
Already true. Go ahead.
Can I finish?
Yeah.
Please. Sure. Okay. After refusing him, the woman drives off into the night. That's when the same man comes after her, blaring his horn and flashing his brights. Once they pull over, the trucker reveals he was trying to warn the woman about a stranger hiding in her back seat. Fact or fiction?
So I want to say fact because I've heard this a lot, but I want to say fiction because I feel like it's based on an urban legend. So I guess I'm going with fiction because I feel like it's just an urban legend. Melissa says true.
Okay.
I saw Beth's fact and true pop up, so I think she was referring to the car thing because it came up while you were talking about it, unless she said true about the trucker comment like that I was saying. But I'm mixed on this one. I've definitely heard this story before.
Mm-hmm. So was the trucker trying to warn her about somebody hiding in her back seat?
Here's where I guess I kind of... You said she went into the diner.
Yes, the woman stops at a roadside diner.
So why wouldn't he just say that at the truck? Why wouldn't he just say it then? Beth says true. Melissa says true. Oh, Colleen's yay came in very late. I'm going to wait for her to respond to you on there, but I think it's based on an urban legend, and if he was so concerned about her, he should have said something in...
He didn't notice in the diner. She wasn't in the car.
Oh, okay. But still, I've heard this.
Okay.
I think it's based off an urban legend.
Based off of an urban legend.
Because I've heard this
Okay,
before.
so are you saying fact or fiction? Let me read it one more time.
No, you don't have to. I'm going to say fiction.
Okay, stop cutting me off. Okay.
I'm going to say fiction.
Fiction. Okay.
I know they both said yes, it's true. Beth said that it was a different trucker.
That was the same one.
Yeah, I'm going to say fiction.
Because it states, that's when the same man comes after her, blaring his horn and flashing his brights.
Colleen, I think this is probably late, so she's probably not going to answer, but she said she had fun, and she'll talk to us next week. Bye, Colleen. Thanks for watching. So, you can tell us now. Melissa and Beth say true, and I say fiction.
Okay.
Only for the fact that I think it's based on an urban legend.
You watched the movie Urban Legend. In the very first scene, a woman stops at the gas station, and she thinks the guy's being creepy and whatnot, and he's trying to warn her that there's somebody in her back seat. This story is completely fiction and is based on an urban legend. Yeah, you got that one. All right there, tough guy.
Thanks.
All right, let's. We already did that one. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Talk for a minute, because I got one.
Talk for a minute. Oh, all right. Well, okay. While he's looking for one, I want to hear your favorite urban legend. Just while we're on the topic of urban legends, I like the one where the guy will flash you when you have, or no, if you see someone that has like one headlight or no headlights and you flash them, and then the guy comes and kills you. Have you heard that one?
Yeah.
The headlight killer or whatever?
Yeah, that was actually not an urban legend. That was a gang. That was a gang initiation out in California.
Oh, well, excuse the F out of me.
Okay. Are we ready?
No. Oh, I know where you're going with this.
A little before 8 a.m. on Friday, veteran lobster diver Michael Packard entered the water for his second day of diving. He was surrounded by a fleet of boats catching striped bass. The water temperature was a balmy 60 degrees, and the visibility was about 20 feet.
You're already giving me too much details, Jim. This is clearly
Licensed
fiction.
commercial lobster divers, literally pluck lobsters from the bottom of the ocean.
Lobster.
However, on this day, while fishing for lobster, Mr. Packard was swallowed by a humpback whale. Fact or fiction?
I know the answer, so I'll wait until you guys answer. Melissa says her favorite urban legend is Bloody Mary.
Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary. There, 5 times.
I thought it was 3 times.
I think it's 5 times. And you know what else is good? Is Candyman.
Candyman.
Candyman. Candyman.
Melissa says true.
Candyman. I do a good Candyman. I used to be able to do it really good. Candyman.
Do you know the only impression that I can do?
To me.
Little punch buggle. That's Stitch from Lilo and Stitch.
Oh, that was good.
Thank you.
I think I'm going to do a whole show as Candyman next time.
Beth also says fact. Yeah, you guys are right, because this did in fact happen, and it happened like last week.
Yep. The lobster fisher was swallowed by a humpback whale. You talk about frickin' Pinocchio. You talk about Jonah and the whale. Well, now you have Mr. Packard and the whale. He was
Real
swallowed by a humpback whale.
Melissa can do Elmo from Elmo's World. La 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 la, la 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 la, Elmo's World.
Hold on.
Hello, boys and girls.
Well, he was swallowed by...
Can you imagine if we just did this show in like
all the different voices?
no, just in Sesame Street characters.
Swallowed by a whale he was.
Oh God,
Force was not with him.
Literally, yeah, you'd have to drink water this entire show.
Yoda's a tough one because he really got a... Oh, powerful Jedi was he.
Wow, guys, this was really fun. I appreciated this. We'll have to come up with a theme for our trivia.
Luke. You was waiting for you to go with the trivia.
Oh. I was waiting for you to finish that.
Nah, I was doing Darth Vader there.
I don't know if we should do a theme. I don't like to do themes because I feel like people just Google the answers.
Well, I mean, they're going to Google the answers anyway. It's just who's got the fastest fingers, who can type the answer in quicker to get the point, to get the prize.
True. True.
Hey, how are you going to stop people from Googling?
I know, it just doesn't make it fun.
And if you give them a theme ahead of time, it makes it even easier
That's
from
what
the
I'm
Google.
saying. Exactly. So I don't want to give them a theme.
That's what I'm saying there.
Melissa says beer run. I have the tiniest, teensy.
All right, okay, here we go.
Weensy beer run.
B-double-E-double-R-U-M-B run. B-double-E-double-R-U-M-B run. All we need is a 10 and a 5, a car and a key and a sober driver. B-double-E-double-R-U-M-B run.
All right. It's so tiny. And it's not as long as my normal beer runs. But if doctors could have hours for the working person, that'd be great. If your doctor's hours are 7 to 3 and your last scheduled appointment is 2:15, and then on Friday you close at 12, making your last scheduled appointment 11:15, how does that accommodate the working person? And then you don't even stay late one day. You don't open on the weekends.
Word.
Come on! We are working people. We work 9 to 5 or 7 to 4. I work 7 or 8 to 4. But you can't just say, like, well, go to 7. Yeah, but then what if you work an hour away? Me. Like, well, it's up to you to find the time out of your work schedule to come here. Oh, that's kind of bullshit. Make longer hours.
Oh, you said the S word.
It's YouTube. We free, baby. We free.
You should make that into a rap. Here, I'll beatbox for you.
Baby. Oh, that turned metal real quick.
You're not going to rap? All right, whatever.
No, I can't rap.
You're loading the mic with that.
Okay. So, yeah.
That was it. That's all I wanted to say. Just have better hours. Thanks.
Better hours. There you go. All right, everybody. Yeah, she's pissed. So, thank you all for tuning in this week. I hope you had a good time. That was fun playing Fact or Fiction.
Sure was.
We are going to have to do that again once I get some new Fact or Fiction questions. Want to make sure everybody has a very happy and safe 4th of July. I don't feel like picking up fingers. So be safe.
There's Uber and Lyft.
But that's not.
Use them.
Yeah. And don't bring your fireworks with you. And keep the prayers coming for my cousin. It's greatly appreciated. So until next week, be safe and stay cool and have a great time.
See ya.
See ya.